Hey, what's up? Welcome back. My name is Franco from Lover's Legacy, and this is part 2 of the 10-part series, The Journey of Becoming a Master Seducer. In this video, we're going to be talking about the 6 mindsets that all successful seducers have in common. And before we get into them, I just want to say that I highly recommend that you implement these mindsets with everybody. With women you're not attracted to, with men, with older people, younger people, strangers, okay? Implement it to everybody. If you do this with everyone, it's gonna become your new way of being. And so when it comes time to talking to a woman you like, you're already on, you wanna have to think about trying to seduce her, okay? It's already gonna be natural for you. So do this every single day with everybody you meet, everyone you meet, and I assure you within time, you're gonna become a very seductive person, all right? So let's get into them. Successful mindset number 1 of all successful seducers is that no one owes anyone anything at any time. All right, so our birthright as human beings is freedom. Okay, we came to this world to be free, to do what we want to do, go where we want to go, be what we want to be, and whenever we want, right? So a huge mistake that I see a lot of men who are struggling with women that they make is that they have this belief that women owe them something. They expect something out of a woman. They expect every girl to say yes. If he gives her a compliment, she better say something back nice to him, right? They have this expectation mentality, and this is what hurts a lot of men who get good, who are bad with women, right? If you want to get good with women, you have to give women their birthright that they were given to by nature, by the universe, to give them their freedom, right? Give them their space. Human beings do not respond well to control, do not respond well to force. When you try to control somebody, when you try to force them, their initial reaction is to pull away, okay? We don't like to be in contracts. We don't like to be told what to do. We like space and we like freedom, right? One thing that a lot of successful seducers do is that they always give a woman the right to walk away. Like, hey, if you want to walk away from this relationship, feel free, no worries. Or when they're meeting a new woman and she says no to him, it's not a problem to him, right? He lets it go. He allows women to say no to him. He allows women to say yes to him. Either whatever she says is indifferent to him. He's good either way because he understands that she has all the freedom in the world to say yes or no, and so he's not gonna take that away from her. He's good either way, and again, he allows women to walk away. And so understand that nobody owes anything to anyone, okay? At any time. And so again, like I said, when you give, people don't respond well to force and to control. And so when you give a woman that, ironically, when you give a woman her space and her freedom, that's actually when they want to come with you. That's when they want to be with you more. As the saying goes, distance makes the heart grow fonder, okay? We need distance, we need time, we need freedom, okay? If you're trying to make a girl like you, if you're trying to get a result out of a woman, right? She better say yes to me, she better like me. I'm only gonna do this for as long as she likes me, for as long as she appreciates it, right? That is a wrong mentality to have, okay? So no one owes anything to anyone at any time, okay? So, and then also, you don't owe women anything, right? You too don't owe women anything. If you want to get out of a relationship, you're more than welcome to get out of a relationship. You don't have to say yes or no to a woman, right? You can do what you want, okay? So no one owes anything to anyone at any time, okay? Successful mindset number 2 of all successful seducers is that he lives by a win-win philosophy, okay? Fact of life, there is no such thing as a win-lose interaction or a lose-win interaction, okay? It's either a win-win or a lose-lose. For people who live in win-lose interactions, perhaps they win right then and there, but in the long term, they're gonna lose. And the reason for that is when you live with the kind of mentality where it's me versus them, I have to hurt them before they hurt me, it's kill or be killed, you're gonna become skeptical. And you're not gonna be able to trust people all the way. And so if you're skeptical and you can't trust people, and obviously relationships aren't for you, then you give off this bad negative energy, right? You may not be noticing this if you're doing this, but if you are constantly in win-lose interactions where I have to get the better end of the deal, then you're like little by little you're training yourself to become this unattractive person, and day after day is compounding into an unattractive vibe and unattractive energy. So definitely get into win-win relationships. A huge mistake that I see people make, and I see almost everyone doing this, is that most relationships nowadays are focused on like the boyfriend's against the girlfriend's against the boyfriend. They're keeping things secret from each other. I can't let her go out all the time, or I can't let him do this. I need to like there's some women who there's some women who they'll cook for the guy and make him fatter so that he's not attracted to more women. And there's some guys who don't let their guy or girl go out, and so they're kind of like sabotaging the other person. Or there's some guys who make the girl insecure so that she doesn't feel good about herself, so she doesn't talk to other guys. And so they're sabotaging one another to become this unattractive person, not realizing that the person that they're hurting is themselves, because now they're dating somebody who is unattractive, who's fatter and low self-esteem. I see a lot of relationships like that, and it sucks. All right, do not get into win-lose interaction. See the girl that you're with as like a mastermind buddy who you guys are together trying to make each other's lives better. You're here to flow into each other's cups, all right? You guys can become full cups together, right? That is what I recommend. And again, if you notice, you can apply this with everybody, with men, with women you're not attracted to, older people, young people. Again, apply this to everybody. Successful mindset number 3 of all successful seducers is that he sees her and treats her as the beauty she is, and he does not compare her to other women. So, when we talk about a guy who gets a lot of women and women really, really enjoy being with him, what's going on there is a woman feels like he is seeing her as the most beautiful woman in the world, as the most beautiful woman in the room. And this is why women love coming back to this guy. They come back to him time and time again. They love being with this guy because he gets her. He sees her for who she is. And so when we talk, let's say for example, a guy who sleeps with 100 women. It's easy to think that, okay, the only way to get there is if you talk to 10,000 women, right? Right? It's a number game. It's a numbers game, right? No, it's not about trying to talk to more women. It's about optimizing the quality of each interaction so that the woman wants to be with you. And so when you're seeing a woman for who she is, you're spotting her uniqueness, and you are celebrating that in her, and you're making her feel like she is the most beautiful woman in the room and in the world. That is when women are going to come back to you, okay? And so never compare a woman to another woman. Don't go into an interaction thinking that this girl's going to be just like the other girl I talked to. Right? Like some people say all women are the same, and you know, some guys who have been hurt in the past, they don't trust new women. They let one woman in the past ruin it for the new girl. That's a terrible mentality to have. All right? Always give a new woman a clean slate. Just judge her, moment by moment. And so see her for who she is, see her for the beauty she is, and celebrate that. And that is when women are going to really want to be with you. Now, I understand it sounds cliche and it sounds cheesy and all that, but it goes deeper, okay? There's deeper reason as to why you want to be seeing a woman differently. So, for the reason is that like every guy aspires to be a good lover, right, in the bedroom. And so a huge mistake that a lot of the guys make is that when they're in bed with a new woman, is that they're doing the same things they do with other women, right? They just assume they all work the same vagina and all that, right? And so no, it doesn't work that way, right? Every girl likes different things. Her body's different. Even with the same girl, she's gonna be into different things at different times and different days. And so you gotta be looking at the woman for who she is. You gotta be present with the woman, and you cannot compare her to other women. And you cannot just have the same style with each woman. It doesn't work that way, okay? So if you are gonna be a good lover in bed, ask the woman questions, like get to know her, get to see what she's like, experiment. Don't assume you already know this girl, okay? See what turns her on, what turns her off, okay? So seeing a woman for who she is just goes deeper than trying to be the romantic guy. It's about optimizing the quality of the overall interaction with the woman, okay? So successful mindset number 4 of all successful seducers is that he is himself at all times. I want you to write this down. Authenticity is the greatest filter, Okay, authenticity is the greatest filter. When we're seeing a successful seducer, a man who's good with the women, and he has high quality women in his life who love him and adore him, okay, why is that happening? Is because when you're being authentic, when you're being polarizing, and you're letting the world know who you are and how you are, what's gonna happen is you're gonna push away the people who don't support you, who are on your side. They don't have the best interest at heart, and you're going to attract the people who are gonna look at you and be like, damn, I love this guy. I like what he represents. I like what he stands for. I like what he's doing. I like who he is, the kind of man he is, his beliefs, his opinions, his philosophies. I love this man, right? You're gonna get polarizing results back. Women aren't just gonna like you, they're gonna love you when you're being authentic. It takes balls to be authentic, right? Aside from it being the greatest filter, it's also the most attractive quality, because again, it takes balls to be authentic while everybody else goes out to clubs and wherever with a social mask on, trying to act like the cool guy. So by putting the real you out there, what's gonna happen is you're gonna attract the right women to you, and then from there you get to choose which women you like, and so naturally you're gonna get into the healthy relationships. As I said before, a lot of relationships nowadays are failing, and a lot of people say, oh, you know, why are relationships nowadays failing? Is it that love doesn't exist anymore? Do people not want to commit to each other anymore? Why is it? No, it has nothing to do with that. The reason why relationships are failing is because they weren't meant to be in the first place. When two people are being fake with one another, it's like you have four people. The real guy, the real girl, and the facade of the guy, the facade of the girl. And so they're actually connecting through each other's facades and not really through who they are. And so naturally when they get together, this weird relationship happens where they think that they like somebody, and then 6 months later, well, I don't know who I dated. I don't know why I liked them in the beginning. It's because they got together through inauthenticity, and so they were attracted to an idea of who this person could be and not really who they were. And so when you're being authentic, again, you're going to attract the right women to you, and that is how you have long-lasting relationships. You need to be authentic from the get-go. You need to let a woman know how you are. You need to let her know what you don't support, what you don't like. If you're looking for that kind of guy, I'm not that kind of guy. If you're looking for the boyfriend material kind of guy, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not going to be in a long-term relationship, or I do want to be in a relationship. This is how I am, at least for now. Okay, at least for now, this is what I want. I don't know what I want five years from now, but at least now, this is who I am. This is what I want, and this is me. You can take it or leave it. Again, nobody owes anyone anything. And so if she says yes, now you guys are in a healthy relationship, okay? So you need to be yourself at all times. Successful mindset number 5 of all successful seducers is that he would much rather be a student and not a master. In order to get to mastery, you gotta have a lot of curiosity, man. Okay, curiosity is what's gonna drive you. And so some men, they go out and talk to them, and 3 months later, 6 months later, a year later, they get good, and they start taking their knowledge for granted and be like, dude, I'm so good with girls, I can do it, I can pull a girl whenever I want, I can do all this and all that. And so what happens is that their progress slows down. When you are a full cup, in this case, when it comes to knowledge, and you're a full cup, you're not giving yourself room to grow more. And so by being a student, you are an empty cup, and so naturally you only have room to grow. You only have room to take in new insights, new information, new knowledge, new methods of doing things, new ways of experiencing women. And so have an empty cup, okay? Get curious about women. Like I said before, see the woman for who she is, study her, get to know her, what makes her different, do all that, and it's gonna be natural for you to progress. One thing that a lot of masters talk about is how they talk about how they still see themselves the same way as when they first started the journey. Yes, they've accumulated more knowledge and this and that, but they still see themselves as the same guy. The reason for that is because they had the student's mentality. They were curious this whole time, even when they're good, even now when they're at a master's level, they're still curious about taking in more information, more knowledge, wisdom, right? So aside from that, it sounds romantic too when you can go out there and you see everyone for who she is. You're studying her, you're getting to know her, and it's not about accumulating facts, what she likes, what she doesn't like. It's about how does she react to things, what gets her going, right? It's about the how. It's not about what. It's not about what she likes, what she does. It's about the how, what gets her going. Or I just said what, but how does she like things and all that, right? So be a student of women, have an empty cup, and this is how you progress to a master's level. Sixth and final successful mindset of all successful seducers is that he focuses more on gaining a woman's respect and not her attraction. So a lot of guys, when starting out, they have the mindset that women like men the same way men like women, right? When we look at a woman, it's all about her looks, and if she likes them back, then cool, right? That's how he likes a woman. Women are not the same way. They're not attracted to a man by his looks, and so what a lot of guys do is they try to dress like this good-looking guy, trendy guy. They try to have that cookie-cutter personality, mentality, and all that. And so whatever the media is like putting out there to be this attractive guy, they pretty much just copy that, and I think that's the way they're gonna get girls, all right? No, all right, no. For a woman to be attracted to a man, in order for a woman to be attracted to a man, she must first respect him as a man. She must first respect his power. She needs to respect his authority. She needs to respect his leadership. She just needs to respect him on every level possible. Okay. Before a woman can feel attraction for a man, she must first respect the man. All right. That is how women are. She needs to look at a man and see, like, is this man strong? Does this guy have his shit together? In an emergency, does this guy, can he protect me? Okay. She needs to go through. Every woman goes through that process before they decide to themselves that they like this guy. Every time a girl likes a guy, it's because he has those qualities. And then later on, okay, if he's good looking, if he does all that, then cool. But it's always about his power as a man, his authority, okay? Gotta be a man, right? A manly man. No more pretty boy. If that was a route you're going for, no more, right? Let go of the whole cookie cutter personality, all right? You gotta be polarized. You need to be authentic. You need to be a real man. Have your shit together and do all that, okay? So it's all about gaining a woman's respect, not about trying to be an attractive, likable guy, okay? Another thing that's hugely irresistible to women is a man who can keep up with the woman on every level. He can keep up with her in bed. He can keep up with her in arguments. He can keep up with her in intellectual conversations. They want to talk about what matters most in life. They can talk about that. In an argument, he's not going to back down. He's going to tell her as in a polite, respectful way, and stuff like that, okay? If a woman comes home from, let's say, her work, and she asks you, babe, like, I just had the worst day possible. I need you right now. And if your response is, do you want me to call 911? Do you want to call a therapist? What's going on? I'm like, okay, she cannot respect a man like that. She will lose attraction for a man. She will get turned off by that, okay? She needs a strong pillar of strength, all right? She needs a man, a warrior. Okay, that is what women are looking for. They're not looking for what the media has told you, good looks and cookie cutter personality. They're looking for a man, okay? Women have always looked for men, and they're still gonna look for men, and that's the way it goes, okay? So choose to gain a woman's respect first. Make a woman respect you within a minute, all right? You gotta build yourself up to be that kind of guy who has high value, who has he has his shit under control, and that is how you get a woman to respect, okay? Do that, and women will be attracted later on. So those are the 6 mindsets of all successful seducers. There are 2 more, but they are so complex and deep that they require a lot of explanation. And so I am making 2 other videos separate to that. They're gonna be coming up next. And so definitely stay tuned into that. And yeah, so those are the 6 mindsets. And on to number 7. Peace. Take care.